Hello and welcome, everyone. This is the Indigo Room. This is part of I Am Music. This is our intimate listening space. We are a 501c3 nonprofit for music education, empowerment, and events. And we are so thrilled to host Christopher Dolphin and this incredible partnership we're creating through music with the Biosphere Foundation. And we are streaming live in Bali right now. It is about 10 in the morning. And this is so exciting to share this journey and this incredible human and all of this music and the mission behind it all. Chris has been such an amazing person to know and a musician in the community. And with all of the background that he and Richard have in creating events, we're just so honored to host these amazing people. And we hope that you enjoy the show. I know that Chris will say better what this is all about, so I'll let the story unfold through the music and the storytelling. And we're just so happy that you guys are here. So welcome and say hello to everyone in Bali because they're watching. Let's give it up for Christopher Dolphin.
All right, hello, Durango! And everybody around the world, not just in Bali. I'm sure there's a lot of people in Bali, but everybody who has a phone or a tablet or a camera or a computer is probably watching something else right now. But a lot of people are probably watching this somewhere. And wherever you are, thank you for watching it. I'm going to try as much as I can to talk to you and to talk to all of you. And I want to thank Ashley Edwards for that great opening MC performance. Ashley is an inspiration to us all musically, and as a leader of I Am Music, she is a presence. So please get to know her. And this space, if you've never been in it, is an extension of herself and Jesse Ogle, the co-founder, and Sam Kelly and everybody here who has worked so hard over the years to put this place together and what it does. And it's resonated so deeply for me and what I do that I'm so grateful to be here in this space. And it's one of the only venues I haven't played in town. And I think that's for a reason. It was supposed to be this long to make it this moment. And so thank you all so much for being here to witness this. This is a project, it's a passion of mine to be here and to try and explain what it is I do, which is so different from what it is I do here in Durango, only because it's the ocean and we don't have it here, and it's another culture and we don't have that here. Otherwise, everything else is the same. I pretty much play music everywhere I go, but there I get to do it in another language with much younger people. And I'm going to try and explain that through tonight with this cool triangle. So the triangle is going to go like this. I'm going to play original music, and then I'm going to show original videos that either I've made or someone working with Biosphere Foundation has made. And then the third part of the triangle is I'm going to tell stories of my personal journey in the last 8 years of what I've been doing abroad. So it's a big triangle with a circle around it. Inside that circle is this triangle. And the circle is Biosphere Foundation. You'll see that logo a lot. It's a very small 501c3, just like I Am Music. We are now bridging all of our NGOs together, one for music, one for the environment. And we're going to bring them together in a music environment collaboration tonight. So, yes. Whoop, 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 whoop. So you guys are here for something that I've never tried to do. I'm sure other people have tried to do it. And if somebody out there has tried to do it and is watching, please contact me because I want to know what I could do better next time. Because I want to keep doing this. And one of my intentions for this night is to get really good at doing this so I can tell the story to make Biosphere Foundation more known. Because the work that Biosphere Foundation does and that I get to do with the organization is just profound. I mean, it really is life-changing for me, for the people we work with, for the environment, and the education. It's limitless. It goes no bounds. So I'm going to pull up my first performer. The way this is going to work tonight is I'm going to play songs with different people that I admire in the community, that are musicians that I've gotten to know, that are my friends, that I really wanted to hang out with even more while I was here, because I've only been back for 3 months, and that's the only chapter I have. Before I go back in 3 days, I'm coming back. I'll be there 3 days. Actually, it'll be 5 because it's going to take 2 days to get there. But I have 4 guest performers playing on songs tonight. And then at the end of the show, we're all going to come together as a band and play a song that's going to get you guys all up dancing. And we're going to get you all singing, too, because it's a really catchy song. Yeah, you laugh now. That's good stuff. Okay, so my first performer needs no introduction in this community because he's a legend, but Mr. Richard Cook, my father. Yes, the Grammy Award-winning flute master. Made enough of a reservation in his schedule to be here today. Thank you, Dad. This man, of course, has changed my life. He created me. And not only that, he taught me so much. But really, he taught me how to play, most of all. Dad, come up here. You're not some phantom that's in the background, like, being talked about. Yeah, this man taught me how to play. And not just music, just in general. Just how to laugh and have a great time. He has the most contagious laugh of anybody I've ever met. It's really fun to emulate. Because he gets his whole body into it. He's going to do it by the end of the night, so I'm not going to do it right now. But he taught me how to play, and he taught me that the world is safe and beautiful and wonderful, and you have to be careful. You're always careful, like, oh, but most of the time he's like, go out there, skin your knees, figure it out. And so I wrote a song about chasing adventure around the world and being open to adventure. And this story I'm going to tell tonight is how I became captain of a ship that's 100 tons. It's 115 feet long. It's got 2 masts and 4 sails. It's huge and takes 10 crew. Well, 6, but to 10 max to run the thing. And that didn't just happen overnight. It took a long time. But it took the will to say, I can. And I can fail a bunch to get there. Because really, this is more of a story of perseverance than of greatness. And that starts with the first step, which is adventure. Yes, I'm in. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Dad. This song's for you. Adventure calls. I will go get lost in laughter anywhere with you, you want. And I won't be afraid or ever look backward as long as I have your love. For I could see our past, our door. There is nowhere we can't go. There is a whole wide world to explore. Let's see how far we can go. Let's go, let's go. If we stay, we'll never know. And into the great unknown we all must go. Adventure it calls, yeah it calls. Adventure it calls us all. coat, it's time to go. Let's leave this cold, hot snow and wake up someone with you sweetly in my arms. It won't matter where we are, for I can see out past these eyes. There's another life we could try. We could go fly so high, so low. Let's see how far we can go. Let's go, let's go. If we stay here, we'll never know. And into the great unknown, we all must go. Adventure it calls, yeah it calls. Adventure it calls us all. It calls us all. Calls all. It calls us all. Adventure calls. It calls us all. And I will go wherever the wind blows. It calls us all as long as I have your love. It calls us all, and I will throw my heart at this world. It calls us all and see just where I end up. Oh, because adventure calls. Let's see how far we can go. Let's go, let's go. If we stay here, we'll never know. And into the great unknown, we all must go. Adventure it calls, yeah it calls. Adventure it calls us all. He just learned that today. All right. Well, that was 2 parts of the triangle, sort of. So we're going to incorporate the 3rd part. Pretty much what happened is I said yes to adventure, and adventure said yes to me. And I was lucky enough to just skin my knees and not get too banged up around the edges when I was adventuring. And I started going to sea, and I had no idea how to even tie a knot. I was like, I'm adventuring. Yeah, let's do it. And then other people were like, you kind of need to know skills to do stuff. And I was like, I'm a quick learner. All right, let's do it. I eventually learned my knots, some of them, most of them, the ones you really need. And I found myself on this ship. And the ship was happening to go on an expedition that was just miraculous. You don't always get this opportunity. It was going to study whales off the coast of Sri Lanka. And we were getting to play with them every day. That was our job. So we got back, and I had all of this footage, and I had written this song while I was out there messing around with whales. So I put together my first ever video. And I'm going to show you that now. And it's called Journey to the Whales. So you can kind of envision the way this song is getting told. You need to do that. That's right.
Now, one thing he did not mention is that adventure comes naturally to him because Dolphin was born on an expedition to Antarctica aboard a Chinese junk. And he sailed for the first 3 months of his life, and then down from Ecuador to Peru when he was just not even able to speak. So this is a continuation of a lifelong story.
And this is why you invite your dad to the gig. Yeah. And he comes in the clutch and is like, actually, the story's way bigger. Way bigger. Okay, so for all of our in-house guests, we have this awesome thing that I created last second. Yes, the boat. No, I did not create that. And for all of our international watchers, it's probably already been going on. This is a highly technical gig. This is probably the most cool thing I've ever done. Not actually, well, yeah. Musically, dang it. They've all been really cool. This is really amazing. Sam, thank you for your help. He's patching all of this in live. to everybody that's watching online, and we got a projector that I built a stand for that's being hung from the balcony onto this thing that we hung from this ceiling. I mean, this is really cool. Luke, you're doing a great job. Thank you, man. Keep pushing the buttons, man. Make it work. Dad, thanks for that introduction. You were filling good space there, man. You can stay back there as long as I'm not sitting in that seat, okay? So, yeah, did you guys all see the whales waving goodbye in the end of that video? I mean, they were doing that. They were like talking to us. It was really a magical thing. And the reason really to have a boat is so you can go places that boats can go. And the reason to have a really big boat is to go where big boats can go, which is in the middle of the ocean. Because you don't want to be on a little boat in the big blue if something goes wrong and there's a lot of weather. You want to be on a bigger boat. So where those whales were, it was big seas. And so we go a lot of places where it's only ocean for thousands of miles. And it's a really incredibly liberating experience to be just surrounded by the big blue and the god of the ocean, the master of time. It guards all, and you are just a pawn when you're in the middle of the sea. And this boat is magical, and it takes us to many really beautiful places. It took us to those whales, and it's taken us to some other places you'll see tonight. And I've been so lucky to see such amazing things on this ship that I had to write a song to try and explain to someone who's never been to sea kind of what you see and what it feels like. So this song is called Miracle, and it's written about the good ship Mir. That is the ship that you saw those whales being filmed from. And Mir, just so you know, is 112 years old. Yeah, she is a very elderly lady, and she's had a lot of replacements to all of her major joints. But she still pumps hard, and she does really well. And she gets us to all the places we need to go safely, and we take care of her. So this song is about her. And to emulate the spirit of the ship, we have my good friend Michelle Abrams here. She is, yes, give a round for Abrams. Thank you. She's even got a turquoise bass to emulate the whale of the ocean. This is badass, I mean. And she's been my dear friend since the first year I left to go do all this. And she came to a musical cookout I had. And we've been playing music ever since. So, Michelle, thank you so much for being here and doing this with me.
Thank you. We played music on day one. Yeah. Still doing it.
And she's going to sing a part where she's going to be kind of the spirit of Mir. So if that wasn't enough, then I'm going to paint the picture. She's going to embody the entire thing. All right, here we go. You ready, Dad?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we all sail into a setting sun. The last ray slowly slips away. To my amazement, so everything changes as green light flashes over me. Yeah, well, sunset fades and the stars align. Ooh, morning light begins to spark, lighting the island so they all look like diamonds, sending beauty straight into my heart. Everything she's seen, everything she knows, every single place, every story told, everywhere she floats, there's miracles, yeah. And everyone who helps, everyone who works, every single piece, even when it hurts, every single bolt is a miracle. Miracle, she's a miracle. Well, darkness dims and rainbows arise. miracles as it looks like there's a universe below. Whoa. Everything she's seen, everything she knows, every single place, every story told, everywhere she flows, she's 112 years old. Whoa. And every single piece, every single person who is there, oh, they all make it a miracle. A miracle, miracle. She's a miracle.
She's a diamond squeezed from coal. She is rust turned to gold. She grows younger as we grow old. She's the good ship mirror. She makes it real, makes it real, makes it real. Oh man, she makes it real. We are sailing to the distance and the unknown conscious fantasy. And in my mind, I begin to find life on this boat is a lie, a dream.
I don't know why I thought it was on.
Worst things happen at sea, Michelle.
Well, if you're embodying weird, you gotta be old. You have to have a few little kicks to work out.
Oh yeah, all the locals here get the train in the background. Oh, that's perfect. Nobody internationally is gonna hear that, but there's a big train saluting the ship Mir that we just played that song for. They're going.
And that train is just as old as a ship Mir. 100 years old, made from steel.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, they are brothers and sisters. Oh my gosh, when the land meets the sea. Thank you, Dad. Well, the ship has, as you can imagine, being 112 years old, it has so many different lives. It's had 6 different owners, and the most recent of which is now 12 years it's going on. Biosphere Foundation purchased the ship in 1910, and it was 100 years old in 1910. And it had already had 5 lives, with 20 years apiece of different people owning it. And, you know, at one point, it was just no big deal, like the tallest mast in all of the Mediterranean, and it would take people around. And then it was like privately owned by Jackie Onassis at one point, and it was owned by an all-female crew that was teaching women how to sail. That's my favorite part. I was like, so cool. In like an era where they were still like, it's probably bad luck to have a woman on board. They were like, well, fine, how about if it's all women on board? Oh yeah, then dang it. So there's also supposedly, I've never seen them, ghosts on our ship. Like seriously, crew members come up to me and they're like, man, I met the ghost last night. And I'm like, oh God, where? In the dive locker. What were you doing in the dive locker? Talking to the ghost. Which one? Was it the guy or the girl? It was the really pretty girl. Oh, she's nice. Yeah, the guy, I think he's nice too. Anyway, they come from different eras. And it's so old that it predates welding. Like, they had to smash plates together to put this thing together. They constructed it with riveting. So, like, there's parts of the ship you can still see, and they're just pounded together. And you're like, you actually look like some of the strongest parts of the ship. This is amazing. Okay, cool. I'm not worried about your parts. So after 100 years, the boat had kind of been lost, forsaken on the shores of Malta in the Mediterranean. And the founders of Biosphere Foundation, Mark Vantillo, a.k.a. Laser, I'm going to refer to him as Laser now, but you know his real name, and Abigail Alling, a.k.a. Gay, or my mother, they are crazy, amazing, superpower people. They are like superhuman. And I'm going to prove it here, I promise. And they were like, yeah, a boat that's 100 years old, cool. And they looked online and they were like, we're going to come. And the guy's like, great, if you come now, it's for free. And they were like, a free boat? Even better. And they showed up, and the boat was like rusting to pieces on the side of the dock, and there were literally weeds growing out of the deck. And they were like, cool, free weeds. And the guy was actually like, no, they're not free, now they're expensive. And they're like, oh, we're already here. And he goes, I know, bummer. But they were like, it's cheap enough. They figured they'd pull it off. And so they got 10 crew members together, volunteers, and they spent a year in that dry dock with that guy looking at him all the time, trying to figure out how much money he could pull out of him. And he was disappointed in the day that they actually got that thing out of there and sailed away. And they had to fix the masts. They had to fix everything. And there's a video online. If you go to biospherefoundation.org, you can watch a video about what all they did. And it's mind-blowing. It's not something normal people would want to undertake. But they had a video about Biosphere 2, and this is their story.
As I look at Biosphere 2,
Eight human beings separated from life. Here is this capsule of life.
So that's obviously not the whole story. But I couldn't show you the whole story. It would take twice as long as this entire concert. But there is a film out there, a couple of them you can check out. If you Google Biosphere 2, you can figure out some more about this whole story. But it's a fascinating thing. And it's down in the desert of Tucson, Arizona, right outside in a place called Oracle. And it's a place you can go visit. And it's not in operation anymore. But it's a pretty impressive feat that they were able to build that thing, and then 8 human beings were able to habit it for 2 years, and they regulated their own oxygen, carbon dioxide, they filtered and recycled all of their own water, they grew all their own food. It was cutting edge, and this was 30 years ago before the internet, and they were managing this entire thing. So learn more about it, it's fascinating. Those two lived in it for they were 2 of 8 people that lived in it for 2 years. And so as you can see, they're kind of into this whole let's do anything and everything. And after they got out of it, they went on a 25-year expedition around the world to map coral reefs because they found out that the indicator species of Biosphere 2, this being Biosphere 1, by the way, was the coral reef because they built a miniature ocean inside of that thing. So they found out that if the coral got sick, then the rest of the biomes got sick. So they got out of that project and they were like, well, let's go see how the corals are doing. That'll give us a good idea of what we should be doing next. And they, found out what we all know now, that they're all dying. And so we've stopped just trying to find out what's happening, and we're now doing something about it. So we're going out there transplanting gardens underwater and bringing back the habitat that is near the coast. And they are pioneers of doing this kind of work. So Gay, Laser, love you guys. Thank you. We are all so grateful for the work that you do and that I get to do it with you. It's a privilege. Wherever you're watching from, we thank you. We love you. I'm going to invite Michelle back up here to do a song, in fact, that was the first song I wrote while at sea on the good ship Mir. And I'm going to dedicate this song to all of the crew members that have been on the ship. There's quite a few crew members that have been, oh my gosh, that's a trip. Oh man, it's beautiful. There's so many people that have been to see the ship. There's one right there. I saw another one earlier. There's been like 7 or 8 from this community. And over the lineage, I've gotten to know, 50 or 100 crew members that have come on and off the ship. Oh, wow. And this goes out to all of them. And I'm not going to play guitar on this one, no. I'm just like, yeah. This song is called Love Surrounds Me. Look our world, we're leaving poor. No more Singapore, hold on tight, we're leaving poor. Said yeah, she goes, and up and down we'll be bouncing round for days and days. Back and forth we'll be surfing Mir from wave to wave. And I thank God that I am loved, and I now see that it surrounds me. 'Cause love is the thing that keeps me hanging on.
Keeps me hanging on.
Your love keeps me warm and makes me strong.
It makes me strong.
Love is the thing that keeps me hanging on.
Keeps me hanging on.
Your love keeps me warm, makes me strong. Oh, I thank God that I have love, and I now see that it surrounds me.
'Cause love is the thing that keeps me hanging on.
Hanging on.
Your love keeps me warm and makes me strong.
Makes me strong.
Now I see love surrounds me.
Here we come, here we go. A little less, a little more.
Up the sails, up the whales, up the ante, up the gold.
It's up to you, it's up to me, it's up to us to make it be.
Will we live, will we die, will we love or will we cry?
Go either way.
We could fight or we could play.
We could suffer with the greed.
We could run, we could
We could
say.
lie, we could go. If we pretend it's a choice, put your hands to your
heart
goal.
together, let's make it start.
Thank God that I have your love, and I now see that it surrounds me. 'Cause love is the thing that keeps me hanging on.
Keeps me hanging
Your
on.
love keeps me warm and makes me strong.
Makes me strong.
Love is the thing that keeps me hanging on.
Keeps me hanging me warm and makes me strong.
Makes me strong.
Now I see love surrounds me.
Oh my gosh, she's such a powerhouse. My gosh. This is so much fun. You guys should try this. Include all of your best friends in a creative project, and it just feels so good. Michelle, I love you. Oh man. Okay, so I spent a year at sea. And it was hard, but it was great. I got to see amazing things. I got challenged. I developed. I really got to learn what it was like to be, you know, a contributing member of the team. Oh man, being on a boat is so about team. You're like always like ready for the next thing that's coming. It's like a really hard thing to explain. You're always like, well, we can't sleep, all of us, so somebody's got to be awake. And the boat keeps going through the night. So you, and you are going to be up for the next 4 hours. I'm going to close my eyes. But you come get me if something happens. Something's always happening, man. You're always getting got. It's like this, oh, the wind, oh, the rope, oh, the thing, oh, there's pirates, oh, there's whales. It's like, oh, I just want to sleep. But really, it's better than sleep, so it's all good. But you start like working your way up, and you're like, yeah, I can wash dishes. Okay, you can tie a knot. That's cool. Now what? And so eventually, I was like, well, I'm not a volunteer anymore. I think it's time to become a first mate. But I had this really amazing thing happen in my life where my music career, I was with a band, and we went and toured. We went to Hollywood and played the Whiskey A Go-Go, and there was some guy there that was like, I think this band can do it. And they met us, and we're like, we'll sign you to open up for this band and go, you know, on tour, and we'll pay you. And I was like, yeah, how much? And the record was pretty, I mean, it's not a good deal. But it was 3 years, and I was like, well, it'd be a way to get my feet wet. And so I had this choice, and, you know, I chose the fact that I could do music and adventure and travel and the environment and be at sea and do all this other stuff. So that was a crossroads in life. But I also knew that to do that, I was going to need to take on some responsibility on the ship. So I decided I would become first mate, and I committed 3 years to that. So just like the record label thing, I was like, oh, 3 years, nah. I'm going to commit it to something else that I really believe in, that I feel passionate about. And I knew that in order to do that, I had to dream up this amazing thing. It couldn't just be 3 years. I was sacrificing this part for another part. It had to be everything I could ever want it to be. And so I basically envisioned this video I'm going to show you, but obviously this video happened later. So it's the closest thing I can do to show you what I was thinking. But it all came true, and it's just a testament of how if you keep trying and you meet the right people and you keep going for it, you keep following your heart, really great things happen. And so this is Hari Bumi. Hari means day in Indonesian, and Bumi means earth. So every time you see me say Hari Bumi in this video, it means Earth Day. So I really wanted to bring music and education and the environment all together under this. Remember this circle we were talking about with the triangle in the middle? Yeah, right there. That's where this vision was. So anyway, thank you everybody who made this video. This is Hari Bumi.
I'm a man of the sea. I spend my time with the coral reef. It is home to all the animals that live down in the deep. It's the mother of the water. It's where ocean life starts and ends. Where I stay, the music I play. We're cutting down our love of the tree. And everywhere you go, there's a plastic bee. One day a year, dedicate our time. But what if we gave it all 365? Then it would stop. And we could rock, na 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 na, happy birthday, na 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 na, happy birthday, na 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 na. Oh, howdy boo man, she's a Bali, howdy howdy boo I'm child of this world. I spend my time with boys and girls. Together we learn about the animals that still live here on this earth. We are sisters, we are brothers. It's where our future starts and ends. So here I stay, the music we play, it helps to make the world dance. Na 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 na, howdy booming. Na 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 na, happy birthday. Na 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 na, oh howdy booming. Chicks of Bali, howdy howdy booming. Na 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 na, it's okay. Na 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 na, it's howdy booming. Na 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 na, today is our day. Oh happy birthday, let's make every day an okay.
Yeah, you didn't see that one last time. Yeah, we really did that. Oh man. Big shout out to someone I'm going to introduce here soon. Nadia Lowe made that video. Remarkable. She filmed that underwater scene. We were all underwater, oh man, for like 6 hours. I had to bring the guitar, and you had to weight it down. The first time I brought it down, it just like would go back up. That whole thing got trashed. It was ridiculous. It obviously never played again. But man, that was quite a feat. And that was 2 years into this 3-year dream that I had, which was really not just a 3-year dream. It's a lifelong thing. But yeah, as you can tell, lots of moving parts, lots of incorporating dance and music and fun and education in the environment, and that's what I really love doing, and that's kind of what this is tonight. We're not all little kids, but we are little kids still. There's not a lot of room for dancing, but that's cool because there's more people here than I could have ever even anticipated, and that's all right. There's maybe a dance floor back there, I don't know. You got room? Okay, if you want to dance upstairs. This is so great. James Estelle, are you in the house? You're gonna need to get down here pretty soon. Oh, he's right in front of my face. You sure did, man. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the next chapter, which is I decided to go for this. Obviously, I have this vision, and I fly into Singapore. And as every good vision needs a catalyst, I fell in love with the most remarkable woman, and she was the filmmaker that made this whole thing. And I had basically 6 weeks to convince her to join the ship and join the voyage. And it was kind of like, I felt like convincing her to join the circus. I was like, yeah, come on the ship. And she was like, I have a job. And I was like, jobs suck. Come and be on the boat. And she's like, but, I'm in the film industry. And I was like, come film me. And she did, obviously. And not only did I meet her, but I met all of her amazing friends, and they're all in the film industry as well. And so we brought another beautiful man named Cheon. Cheon, if you're watching, love you, man. Thank you for coming. There was a voyage we did from Singapore to Bali on the way that is also on the website. If you go to biosphere or biospherefoundation.org, we basically brought an artist on board that painted Gay and Laser into the scene of the sea. So they were completely naked, and this person painted them into the ship and into the ocean, and they're standing there, and all you see is the outline of two beings, but you see the exact thing that's there. It's remarkable. And these two humans, Nadia Lowe and Cheon, made this film possible. So thank you guys for being there for that. And then they came and they were part of this next project I'm going to show you. But first, I'm going to introduce you to James Estelle. This is one of my favorite rock and roll humans on the planet. We've been, every band we've been in together. He even quit the band and then loved the band so much he came back. And his wife, who's here, is amazing. She was like, yeah, he's better when he's in the band. Let him back in. Thank you, Holly. So I needed some rock in this one. We're going to play a kind of a bluesy rock tune first. And this song is, it's called Tonight. It's not exactly written at the moment that I wrote this chapter of my life that I'm explaining about now, but it's like all these songs are journal entries for me. They all take me to places. I don't really write in journals, but I write songs, and they paint the picture. And whenever I play them, I think of things. And this song just paints the picture of love for anybody at any given moment, any time you can fall in love. It can be tonight. Tonight could be your night. You could fall in love tonight. So with that in mind, this song is called Tonight. Check, check. Your heart pumps, it goes thump, 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 as it beats to the rhythm of my guitar. And as you enter the room, it goes boom, 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 'cause it knows exactly what it wants. Well, I'm gonna be the lucky one tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna be the lucky one tonight. Your heart pumps, it goes thump, 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 as it beats to the rhythm of your wall. And as you enter the room, my heart goes boom, 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 'cause I know exactly what I want. Well, you're gonna be the lucky one tonight. Yeah, you're gonna be the lucky one tonight. Oh, I can feel it, oh, I can feel it. It's our night tonight. Yeah, I can see it, oh, I can see. I'll be seeing more of you tonight. It's our night tonight. All right. Give it up for James Estelle on the guitar, everybody.
my heart, oh, it skips in time. And as you stop and think and go blink, 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 we're both frozen in time. We're gonna be the lucky ones tonight. Yeah, we're gonna be the lucky ones tonight. Yeah, I can see it, oh, I can see, I'll be seeing more of you tonight. Yeah, I can feel it, oh, I can feel it tonight. Yeah, it's our night. Tonight. It's our night. Tonight.
So, where was I? Falling in love. That's where I'm always at. Or at least where I always want to think I am. Somewhere out there, falling in love. Oh, yes. So good. And helping others fall in love, too. That's really important. So, we came together. I convinced her to join the circus. We went to see. Oh my God. And then I wanted to kind of paint the picture of what Mir looks like a little bit more. So I made this short 1-minute video so you can kind of get an understanding of what the ship looks like on the inside and kind of what it feels a little bit to be pulling on sails and raising sails and etc. So here's a 1 minute of Mir. Yeah, we did that. That's me in the middle flying a drone, taking that photo. You guys all did such a good job. That was the crew from this year, actually. Yeah, you're going to see them all in a video later. It was really easy. I just had to make the eye. Everybody else had the hard part. And all of us on that little tiny island, oh man, that was so funny. It was like the tiniest. That was our island. We still call that our island. Okay, so Singapore changed my life. Everybody that's watching in Singapore, I love you guys so much. You guys really changed my entire outlook on life. And it was the first city I ever fell in love with. I don't really like cities. I'm from Durango, man. Moab. I like nature. I like small town. I like little community. I like this. And Singapore taught me how to like the impossible, really, the giant, the immaculate, the huge and unfathomable. So thank you, Singapore. This song I wrote while I was there, and all the words are about that. And this is as rock, I think, as we're going to try and get tonight. Thank you, Josh, for playing drums. I'm going to introduce him next on the next set. So just know that there's this person named Josh that's playing the drums, but he'll get a proper introduction later. Check, check.
Throw a party, watch it rain, sunshine down upon my brain. Shave my head, start again, like a monk in meditation. Leave my home, go alone, not scared of this world. Make some friends, connection is written on the wall. Now I'm here, getting weird with you and your world. I like your style, it makes me smile. All the while I'm thinking, well, I wanna show you who I am. I wanna give you something, yeah, something you've never seen. Yeah. It's all happening, happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. Well, a favorite song comes on, and I can feel it in my bones. It makes me move to the groove, so I open up and say hello to my life, where I find the other side of something, yeah, something you've never seen. Yeah. It's all happening, happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. And I can see the whole galaxy, and I know this world's spinning around and over 1,000 miles an hour. Take me now, I found peace and silence, the way to sound. Watch me now, upside down. Oh, I'm coming back around. Watch me go, here I know everyone is coming. Everything I'll ever be, yeah, yeah. It's all happening, happening. Yeah, everything I say, yeah, it's all happening, happening. It's all happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. It's all happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. It's all happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. It's all happening, it's happening, it's happening. It's happening, it's all
So just so you know, James is the father of two that are right here in the front row. Yeah. I love that you have the time to do this with your family and that your family got to be here. Ayla, I'm so proud of you for being here. And Arya, I know you can't talk yet, but I love you too. I'm proud of you too for being here, all right? Little musicians in tow, man.
It's an honor, man.
Thank you, baby.
Thanks for letting me be part of it.
Okay. Yeah, it was all happening. So, this vision of making education fun and interactive and dancing and getting people to care about nature, for me, was really natural because I love dancing and music. But to get kids to do it only really takes asking them. They want to do it too. You know, so we would go to schools when we got to Bali, and we would play music with kids, and it just blew my mind how simple it was. I didn't even speak their language. For me, it was like, man, I play a piano, I play a guitar, I do some dancing, and the kids are my friends. I was like, whoa, this is great. We got to do something with this. So I went diving on a protected island out in Indonesia near Bali called Menjangan. And it's got this huge statue of Ganesha on it. It's protected. It's really important in the Hindu culture. It's like a part of their history of how they escaped Java and a suffrage that was happening to their religion. And they fled to Bali, and it's still stayed strong in Bali ever since. So this island's super key. And we went there, and we were doing a coral project off this island. And we came up from a dive, and I was just covered in plastic. And I was like, oh, man, this is horrible. What can we do about this? And there's a lot of different approaches, but I thought, what tools do I have? Well, I have education, so I'm going to try and educate the coming generation. And I was like, I've already found out the kids like singing and dancing with me. What if I put a message behind a song? And I was just learning how to speak Indonesian, and I was on the back of a bike, and I was coming back from a road trip, and all of a sudden, Menjangan, the name of this island, I realized that half of the word was jangan, which means don't in the language. And I was like, oh, Menjangan, don't. Oh, yes, I'm going to sing that. Jangan, 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 don't. Do this. Buang plastik ke laut, which means don't throw plastic in the ocean. So I took a hit song that all tropical people love, which is a Bob Marley anthem called Jammin', and changed it to Menjangan, and then got all the kids in the town that I work in and then a town over to sing this thing. We went to schools, and I built this band. Amazing. Wyatt Sam, if you're listening, I love you, dude. We created this sweet reggae band out of nothing. He included me into his whole scene. You're going to see him in this video. And we went to schools and got all the kids doing this. And then we went to the high school and got their peers, the people they look up to dance a choreographed dance that we came up to the song. So then we had the kids in the classroom singing it. We had the older kids doing the dance. And then we had us really old kids doing the singing and the performing of the song. And we put on this big spectacle. And then my Singapore buddies filmed this. So this song is called Menjangan. Yeah, that, man, thank you, Bob Marley. There's still kids there that see me because I'm one of the only white people there. But not only that, they're like, Machogan! Machogan! They start singing the song. It's hilarious. I feel like a little person's rock star. So, needless to say, we fell in love with Bali. Bali fell in love with us. Biosphere Foundation had been doing work there for a long time, but it really started to take off, and Bali's a magical spot for a lot of people, and it's a wonderful place to go. If you haven't been, you should come visit us. It really has a magic to it, and it has a saying where the Balinese know how to smile in 1,000 different ways. So they'll take you in, and they took us in, and I haven't been able to let go, nor do I want to. And so everybody in Bali that's there, thank you so much for taking us in. Thank you for being so true to all of us. I know you guys are watching in the center right now. I'm so glad that you guys are there. This song is for Bali. It's called Written in the Stars. It's something my mom used to always say to me and still does. So Mom, thank you. It's written in the stars. Shine like a comet, she streaked across the sun, began to flow through space with the constellations, golden stardust, happy but till the big dipper did drill deep, scooped her up and brought her home and into the cosmos, spinning around the sun. She came in late at night underneath the full moon, and at that moment planets aligned, and that's when Mother
She's a golden goddess of love, made up of earth, fire, water, and wind, all mixed as one. She won't commit to anything, no. She's always up for everything. Oh, she does what she wants when she feels like it. She makes her love when she's doing all the time dancing since the day she was born. And always will be, even at the end of it all. And born somewhere between Venus and Mars. She knows it's always been and always will be written in the stars. Written in the stars. Written in the stars. Written in the stars. It always will be, and it always stars was. It always stars was. It always written in stars. I totally forgot to introduce my dude. Dang it! I kind of did though. Remember, I was like, "There's a dude. His name's Josh." Yeah. This man. Okay. As you can tell, it's actually better that I introduce him like this. I always wanted to play music with Josh Hoffman, but I never was able to. He always kind of was this enigma, this like mysterious musical person in the community. There's a few of them. Ashley Edwards, I want to play music with you and everybody that's in your group. Unbelievable. Josh is in that group, so maybe that's how I get that going on. But Josh is, yeah, you're a really talented human being in so many things. And we've collaborated in other things. I had a business, I still have a business that he has helped to cultivate in many ways. And so thank you for bringing this vision home. You have such touch, man. It's so sweet to see what you can do. I can literally see music when you play, man. It's so cool. So anyway, give it up for Josh Hoffman. Sorry, I didn't introduce him. So, okay. Bali was so good to Biosphere Foundation that we decided to make it our home. And in making it our home, it meant making a facility center for education. And Gay and Laser are these big visionary dreamers that came out of Biosphere 2, so they didn't want to build any tiny little stick in the mud. They wanted to build something that was a testament to the education that they have at their disposal and is integrated in them from Biosphere 2. So Laser, being a magnificent engineer, designed this incredible facility center that uses all modern technology, but also uses the very simple and ancient techniques that are really just as important to encompass both. So that when you go there, yeah, you can see, okay, there's solar panels and there's water catchment off the roofs and they're storing hundreds of thousands of liters underground and they're doing all of this stuff like recycling their water and building wastewater gardens. But that's only part of it. The other part is that behind the center is just
so much land that has been denuded and kind of worked over by farmers in the area that have just thrown fertilizer chemicals at it. And every 5 years, you kind of got to move on. You can't just keep doing that. So you got to cut down the trees and move to the next place, cut down the trees and move to the next place. And this isn't just happening in Bali. This is happening globally. This is a problem everywhere. And what happens is not only you're cutting down the trees and the habitat for all the animals and the plants, etc., it goes up into the hills, and then it creates these erosional problems because all these plants, all these trees, anything that has a root is allowing water to go into the watershed, which revitalizes the area. But it not only that, it brings water to it, because we've now found out that, you know, clouds that have rain are actually gravitating towards places with trees. But it also prevents erosion. So there's two funding principles, okay, maybe more than that, but two that I'll get to of Biosphere Foundation. One is that biodiversity is the best tool we have against resilience, it creates resilience against threats. So if you have a bunch of biodiverse ecosystems and global warming comes around or whatever, you now have resiliency in all the biodiverse species. So if you start planting only one thing, or you start only having a couple of things, it's not going to be as resilient. So that's part of the thing that we teach there and part of the things that we do. The other thing is a concept called ridge to reef, meaning from the mountain to the sea, you can't just protect one biome because it's all connected. It's all one biosphere. So you got to protect the whole thing. If you cut down all the trees and it rains, it's going to wash all of the topsoil down on top of your coral reef. And your coral reef's going to choke to death. So you can't just protect the coral. You have to actually stop and start again at the top of the whole thing and work your way down. So behind the Biosphere Center is this huge project to replant trees in this farmland. And so they're working with all these farmers, and they've planted over 1,000 trees. So everybody that's at the center right now, thank you for planting all those trees and working with all those farmers and teaching all the people. This center holds 32 students and 8 teachers. They come from all around the world to be there to teach and learn and grow, and it also is for local communities there in Indonesia as well. This is a small 1-minute video showing the Biosphere Center. I want to thank Lulu, my love. Thank you so much for making all these videos. She has been working endlessly these last few weeks, putting together little requests. I'm like, can you make a 1-minute video of this? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. And putting my music into it too. So cool. Lulu, I love you. Appreciate it. They were building this during COVID. this thing kicked off during COVID. It was a nightmare to try and invite people to do education in COVID, along with everything else everybody was trying to do. But what happened is they were building this project and they wanted me to come see it. And I was like, yeah, of course I'll come see it. So I had finished my being first mate commitment of 3 years. And I went back to the States to be here for a year and a half. And I was loving it. But, you know, all things must move on. And they invited me to come see the center. And they were like, we're doing the center. This is too much to also do Mir. We need you to step up and be the captain. And I was like, whoa, the time has come. Whoa, captain. Wow, that feels good. Whoa. And it did. It felt good. There was a point at which I was terrified by that idea. I was like, captain of this thing out there with these people? Oh, no. That would be terrifying. But when they said it, it was the right time. And I was like, okay, well, I got to do some things. I'm going to have to get my license. I'm going to have to learn a bunch more. And they were like, well, that's fine. When can you come? I was like, okay, let me get back to you in about 6 months. And that was December of 2019. And I got on a plane from Bali to Singapore to come home, and everybody there had a mask on. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And it was all these Chinese airlines. And me and my girlfriend were like, this is messed up. And it was about 3 days after it hit Wuhan. And then we got to Singapore, and then I was there for 2 months and got to see what happened to Singapore. And so then I came here, and it hadn't gotten here yet. And I was like, oh, cool. I know exactly what to do. I'm going to get some of this and a little bit of that and some of this over here. And I'm just going to chill because I know exactly what's going to happen. And it was great. I loved COVID here. It was amazing. It was so great to be in Durango and Moab for COVID and not in Singapore and not in a big city. Oh, man. I got to write that song I just played during it, and I got to get my captain's license. It was quite an ordeal. And so I got it, and 6 months later, I was like, okay, I'm ready to come back. But everything was closed, so then I had to wait another 2 months and another 2 months. It was so hard to get back to Bali, but I eventually did in December, and I got onto the boat, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not going anywhere yet, but I'm the captain. All right, this is cool, sweet, this is the boat. I'm back on the boat. I'm different, the boat's the same, all right. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make a list of all the things I got to do. 100 things, because that's how it is on boats, the 100 things. You write it on a big chalkboard or wall or whatever, the 100 things, and everybody goes, oh shit, is that ever gonna be finished? You're like, probably not, but we know that's where we're going. And I started looking around the ship, and I opened up a floorboard, and I pulled out a life jacket, and it was getting eaten by bugs. And I was like, what the hell is this? And evil little creatures with wings had flown onto the ship during COVID when nobody was on it, and started eating the ship from the inside out. And so that entire 100 things list just got shredded. And it was like, well, none of those things matter. We gotta do this one thing first. And that was eradicate all the termite nests that were on our ship. And there were 6 of them. And so I got to learn a lot about carpentry and how to rebuild shit. I was like, okay, let's get as many workers as we can and rebuild the walls and rebuild the tables and rebuild everything. And in the meantime, we had to get crew members in, but it was going lockdown, open, quarantine, lockdown. It was like the craziest time to be a captain. I was like, this is insane. Trying to get people from other places to places, and this is the worst time to ever do that. And not only that, once we finally got a 4-person crew, we knew that we had to rebuild the outside of the ship
because it'd been 3 years since we'd gone to dry dock, which is pulling the boat out of the water and onto the dry. So we went to dry dock, and we had no idea how many holes were going to be in the side of the ship. Oh my gosh, there's another video you got to see online. But it's just holes that are so big. We would hit the side of the ship with hammers, and it just, there was at one point, there was like a 2 meter by 3 meter hole in the ship that was one plate they were putting back. And it was so funny, you would be able to get into the boat like this, and then go up into it and be like, oh, hey guys, yep, there's a lot of work down there that needs to be done. And we replaced 15 square meters of steel. It was a gargantuan task. It was like 24 straight days of work. And I smashed my finger in the middle of it and had to super glue it back together. It still works. It still plays piano. It's still growing. It's like E.T. And we made it out of there. They were like trying to confiscate our boat. They took some of our crew members, like on one of them on their birthday, and like hold them as ransom to be like, you guys can't go because you're crew members and this. And it was, what a tale. This is one of my favorite things right now, that I get to share all these stories with all of you at one time and not tell it 3,000 times. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you want to learn something more later, please ask. But we made it out of there, my first dry dock as captain, and we made it back to Bali safe, and it was this huge victory. And then Indonesia decided to say, nobody can travel within our country without a vaccine. And I was like, oh no, I don't have a vaccine. And none of my crew members have vaccines. So of course I went to my crew members and was like, vaccines? Does that sound cool? They were all like, no. I felt like the teacher in the room, they're throwing tomatoes at me. Boo, boo your vaccine. And I was like, oh no, well, I've gone too deep. I've killed the termites. I did the dry dock. I have to get this vaccine. And I was like, I can't have a crew without vaccinated crew members. And they were like, we love you, but peace. And so I was there on that boat. Thankfully, there weren't any termites. But it was just me and my vaccine for 2.5 months. And so I wrote this song I'm about to play about that moment. And there's a part in the song where I repeat myself a bunch and I'm gonna clap, and anybody who wants to sing along, please sing along and visualize that I'm on that boat all by myself. And by you singing and clapping, you're gonna bring me back to life. Oh no, this is called Red.
If you're seeing red, swimming deep in a sea red again, just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love beat into your heart again. Red, red, red. When all colors fade away, red is all that stays. It can feel so hard to live, so much easier to blame. Look the other way, point out yourself and forgive. Can you let go of everything? Pick yourself back up again and put it all back together from within. Oh, if you're seeing red. Swimming deep in the sea of red again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Red, red, red. I'm just dust, giving life from love. I see red and think blood, 'cause I'm animal. And as my heart pumps, oh, it pumps me up, pumps me full of red, red love. I am just dust, giving life from love. I see red and think blood, 'cause I'm animal. And as my heart pumps, oh, it pumps me up, pumps me full of red, red, red love. Red, red love. Red, red love. Red, red love. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Just stop and take a deep breath. Let that love eat into your heart again. Red, red, red. Red, red, red. Red, red, red. Red, red, red. Red.
Yeah, you clapped and brought me back to life and sang. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, still clapping. I'm still alive. Wow. So,
Yeah. In order to get this thing off the ground and really be a captain of a boat, you got to go somewhere. So, let's see, what did I do? What did I need to do? Okay, the things I needed to do. I needed to fix the ship so it could move. Done. Yes. I needed to build a crew. Got to do it again. And the third thing was I had to get new paperwork for the ship because the ship was only allowed to be in Indonesia for 3 years. And that time was ending on December 7th. And it was already September, and I had no crew. So I was like sending out information into every network I could. I was like, it's COVID. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. And they're like, doesn't matter. You have to. I was like, what does that mean? Well, you have to leave the country to get new paperwork for your ship. And I was like, but no country will take me. And they're like, that's your fault. I'm like, it's COVID. Isn't there like a get out of jail free card for this? And they're like, no. So then we met a senator from Indonesia. And we were like, yeah, the senator can do it. And the senator couldn't even do it. We were really like, okay, we have to do it. Because what's going to happen is they're either going to impound your ship or you can spend $20,000 and they'll wait to impound it for 6 months. And I was like, whoa, okay, we don't have $20,000. So we're effed. I got to build a crew, and I got to get this ship in 2 months to Singapore. First, I had to get an agent in Singapore to allow the ship to even go there, because that wasn't even legal. I was like, okay. We got a dude that said, okay, the ship can come, but you can't come. I was like, well, the ship can't go by itself. And they're like, technically it can. Your passports won't get stamped. You'll sit on the dock. You'll be in quarantine. There'll be like robots around making sure that nobody's doing anything because it's Singapore. And your boat will be cleared in, but you won't. And I was like, okay, it's good enough for me. We'll do it. And I got some amazing crew members. All the crew members that came through, thank you so much. It was amazing. I got them from 4 from Indonesia and 4 from abroad. And we got a team. So we had a team. We had the chance. We got them. One day at sea trained, we went out and raised the sails and came back in. We got ready to go to sea, and we were going out. My maiden voyage as captain with all these people who had never been on this ship and only 3 others who had ever been to sea before. And we were going the wrong direction. We were going to Singapore when nobody wants to go to Singapore. You go when the winds are the opposite. We were going against the northwest monsoon, which you don't do, but we had to because we were going to lose the boat. So we go out to sea, and what can you expect from a maiden captain and his crew of newbies, basically? We all got pummeled by the god of the sea. The first 5 days were great. It was awesome. We were actually swimming, and it was like really calm. There was no wind, and we were like, this is a piece of cake. No worries. We only got 500 miles more to go, which is like 5 more days. Those 5 days took an extra like 9, I think it was 9 days to get the last 5 days done. We hit the northwest monsoon right on time, like it should be. And if we were going the other way, it would have been awesome. We would have been soaring. But we were not. We were going straight into these huge waves and just going goosh, goosh. And my whole crew got seasick. 3 of us were able to stay on our feet, and 5 of us were down. There was one guy that was so good. He's my champion. He's been taking care of the boat forever. Kamir, I love you. Kamir was like, I'm seasick, but I'm here. It's like, oh, no. The boat's going like this. Every time it hits a wave, it's like, you're like, whoa, I hope that wasn't damaging. There's like waves. The whole front of the ship goes into the ocean. It scoops up the sea, and this huge wave just comes along the deck, and it's like wave of water up to your knee hits you, and you're just like, oh, shit. And this one guy, I love you, Putu, he had never been to sea before. And he was going like this, and he was holding himself. 3 days. And all he would say was, Pulong. Pulong. I know I want to go home too, dude, but I can't just make you go home. We're in the middle of the ocean, dude. There's like hundreds of miles before land. So we're like in this desperate hour. They're like waking up the captain, not with one problem. They're like, Captain? I'm like, yes. I've only been sleeping for like an hour. They're like, we have 4 problems. No. That's really bad. Which one's the most severe? I'm not sure. We had water coming into our boat. We had the electrical system failing. We couldn't steer. We could barely cook because people could stand. It was a nightmare. And then we started running out of fuel because after you fight the ocean and the wind's coming at you, you do that long enough, you burn all your diesel. So we were trying to figure out how much fuel was in the tanks, but the boat was going like this, and you would see it go, woo, woo. We were like, well, it could be 500 or it could be 300. We're going to say 300 because you got to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So we kept going, but we did kind of fantasize. Do we have to go to Sumatra? Do we have to go somewhere else? And I was like, we can't. If we do that, they're going to win. They're going to pound the boat. We're going to lose the ship. We got to go. Even with this guy that's like, Pulong, oh. So, long story short, those last 3 days were pretty hard, but we rallied. People got over their seasickness, and we made it with like 80 liters of fuel left. It was nuts. And we came into the harbor that you check in to go to Singapore, the last sanctuary in Indonesia, and we'd never docked a ship before. As this team, we'd practiced throwing ropes and stuff. I docked the ship one time. And I was like, yeah, I got this. And I came in, and there's a storm coming, and everybody's like, you got this, Captain? I'm like, yeah, I got this. And I turn the ship. I come, and it was just meant to be. We came right on, perfect landing. They threw the ropes. Dudes caught the ropes. Like, this never happened, especially not for newbies. Usually it's like, throw the rope. Oh, throw the rope again. Throw the rope again. We came on that dock. We were good. The storm hit. We all got on the ground. We were all kissing the ground. Like, oh, my God. Oh, yeah. The Pulong guy was skipping. He was like, yeah. Oh. It was madness. We popped so many bottles of champagne. It was rad. But we still weren't done. We had to go to Singapore the next day, and we had to sit in Singapore in quarantine for a week. Oh, man. I love Singapore. Why couldn't I come see all of you? My God, it would have been so great. I had to just sit and look at Singapore. Hi, Singapore. I can't go there. All these Indonesians who'd always wanted to go to Singapore were like, this is bullshit. It's right there. I'm like, yeah, I know. We went back to Indonesia. Well, guess what? We left the country. So we had to quarantine again in Indonesia, but for 14 days, because their laws were different. So we've been at sea for 13 days, then we quarantined for 10 or 7, then we quarantined again for another 10. It was just insane. We were all together, just the 8 of us. And it was nutty. We all got kind of nutty. We were all like, oh, you again. Oh, hey, Captain. Oh, no. It was messed up. I love you guys so much. If you're watching, oh, man, those were great times. Finally, the marina took pity on us and let us come out for Christmas Eve. And we went around that entire marina singing Christmas carols because we had all this time to prepare, right? Just us on the ship. So we went to every single boat and sang all these Christmas carols and got the entire marina down to the major headquarters and danced around the Christmas tree together. And then we went back out to sea. And this video I'm about to show you is the best picture I can paint of that time. And it's called Life is Better When You're at Sea.
1,000 miles for a piece of paper, 1,000 miles against the tide.
Open your mouth, open your nose, open your wallet and watch it go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Life's way better when you're at sea. Raise a yellow flag for a piece of paper. Raise the yellow flag for all our sins. Raise the yellow flag because we are aliens. Oh, raise the yellow flag for another quarantine. Another quarantine. Well, it's 1,000 miles back to Bali. 1,000 miles with the wind inside. Gotta make it back to party. All our friends are coming. All our friends are coming by. Share a dance, share some cheer, share a laugh, oh, share some beer. Grab a friend and spin them around. Grab the boat, don't let go now. Wow, wow, wow. Life's way better when you're at sea. Raise a sail for seahorses. Raise a sail for more speed. Raise the bait so we can get out of here. Oh, raise the sail for another day at sea. Another day at sea. Another day at sea. Another day at sea. Share a dance, share some cheer, share a laugh, oh, share some beer. Grab a friend and spin them around. Grab the boat, don't let go now. Play some music, play some games, play some songs, yeah, play them again. Live it up and dance it down. Join in and sing on out. Wow, wow, wow. Life's way better when you're at sea. Raise your glasses to this moment. Raise your glasses for this team. To all our friends around the planet, and a toast to men. May she live for another 100 years. Another 100 years. Another 100 years. Another 100 years. Another 100 years.
You can't do it by yourself.
Another 100 years.
You can't do it by yourself.
Another 100 years.
You can't do it by yourself.
Another 100 years.
You can't do it by yourself.
Another 100 years.
You can't do it by yourself.
Another 100 years. Life's way better when you're at sea. Thank you, Lulu, for making that wonderful video. Thank you, that entire crew. That was an impossible dream. That was crazy. We pulled that shit off. I love all of you so much. So we did it. We got the ship papers. We fixed the ship. And what was the third thing? Got a crew. That's right. Now we could actually go do the mission of Mir. And Mir's mission is to take everything that's being taught at the center and all of the biospherics that we educate people with and go out into the remote island communities and teach these same techniques to the villagers. So we went off on another 1,000-mile voyage in the other direction to Raja Ampat, and we worked with 3 local villages And we went in there with theater and music and dance, and we worked such wonders of education. This team of people I was with did an amazing job, and we got kids really pumped about the environment. We went out, we taught them snorkeling, we taught them what reef was and why it's important, and how it keeps fish populations up, and how it keeps the health of the biosphere and the ocean. And then we worked with moms in the village and planted home gardens, and we even got to replant coral gardens and make mooring buoy installations. And these 3 villages really teamed up. We got to spend 6 weeks with them and really work day in and day out on revitalizing their soils, revitalizing their ocean habitats, and having a ton of fun. So this little video will kind of encapsulate some of that. Yeah, so that's a small picture painting of what the whole mission is about. But we get to go and do some of the coolest things any humans get the opportunity to do. We get to go be in remote places with remote peoples, learn from them, be part of their culture, work with kids, play music, do theater, go diving, go sailing. It's an incredible journey. And it's really brought so much joy to my heart. And it's so sweet for all of you to be here so I can tell you about this. And if you ever want to come visit us and see what we do, please come to Bali. If you want to learn more online, go to biospherefoundation.org. If you get really turned on by what we do and you want to make a donation, please do. It's a 501c3, so you can write it off on your taxes. And while you're at it, also make a donation to I Am Music, because they're our sister 501c3. Yeah, NGOs uniting, baby. That's the way this world's got to go. If we're going to combat these really intense things that are coming our way, we all got to work together. Thank you so much, I Am Music, for bringing this together and making this possible. Sam, I really want to thank you so much for bringing the live feed to this whole thing. Oh, man. Round of applause for Sam. My God. Yeah, buddy. You guys wouldn't be able to see me right now if it wasn't for that guy. He's a wizard. So anyway, this band got put together at the last minute for this last song. So we have coined ourselves the 11th Hour. And this song I'm about to play is called Goodness. It basically I'm trying to encapsulate when I write as close as I can to what this experience is like and try and synthesize it so I can share it to the world. And next week I'm going to have it mixed and mastered, and I'm going to put it out online. So look for it coming out. And please follow any channels that I'm on. I have a great team that manages it. And I think they do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the whole works. And I will have to start doing some of that too. So if you write in, I will say hi. And Biosphere Foundation also has all the same things. So check us out. As does I Am Music. One more time, baby. All the way through. Okay, I think that's the whole circle. I'm done with the marketing part of this now. This song is called Goodness, and I'm so proud of all these musicians to come together. I've never seen a project like this, and it's been such a dream come true to have all of you pull this feat off with me. Thank you guys so very much. Okay, here we go.
Oh, by the way, Michelle's gonna lead the dance and singing on this song. So kick away your chairs if you're sick of them, because this is the end, right? So you can stand and clap and dance and shout and woo-ha. And if you block the camera, that's okay. Sorry, camera folks. It's gotta be dancing. It's the final song. So Jadita's really good. She's the one with the boa. I'm gonna dedicate this song to you. You've always believed in me and my music. Thank you so much for being my fairy goddess mother. Lead the dancing. You are so good at that. I know that there's a way to make a brighter day, where our kids can play in a world that's not all dark and gray. I want to work together to make our future better, and music leads the way. In the groove to the rhythm of this one. If you're feeling it, then come on and jump. Shake it up and shake it up night long. 'Cause music gets me out of my head. Music gets me into my skin. Music is my medicine. So turn off the music. Turn it up, turn it up. Turn up the goodness, yeah. Turn up the music. Turn it up, turn it up. Turn up the goodness, yeah. Stir the pot till it's nice and hot. Getting closer to the top, oh. Take my hand, let's go. I want to work together to make our future better. Music is the world. In the groove, the music is this one. If you're feeling it, then come on, get pumped. Shake it up and shake it up night long. 'Cause music gets me out of my bed. Music gets me with my friends. Music gets me dancing. Turn up the music. Turn it up, turn it up. And turn up the goodness, yeah. Turn up the music. Turn it up, turn it up. Turn up the goodness, yeah. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn it up, turn it up. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. In the groove. In the groove. In the groove. In the. I know that there's a way to make a brighter day. Music leads the way. Turn up the music. Turn it up, turn it up. Turn up the goodness, yeah. Turn up the music. Turn it up, turn it up. Turn up the goodness, yeah. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn it up, turn it up. Turn up the goodness. 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 Turn it up. Turn up the goodness. 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 Put your hands together, come on. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Everyone sing it. Turn it up. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness. Turn up the goodness.
the grenades. Thank you everybody so much for being here. I love you all so very, very much. I'm leaving on Tuesday, so if you want to see me, come get me. Oh my God.
Let's give it up for Dolphin. How about that? Since he gave it up for all of us.
And thank you everybody out there for watching. Love you guys. Woo-hoo-hoo. Makasih, makasih, makasih. Playing on a clarinet, y'all. My name is Ted Herschel Happiness.
So they call. I am Manuel. They call me the Weekend. I am not one of you. I would like to make you one of us. All you have to do is just listen to my wums. Then you will know why they call me